Hello friends of Dream About Anything. In today's video I will show you how I improve my workshop to save time and cut straighter and more precisely than ever before. An improvement that will help me in future projects and endeavors. Definitely I will need some advanced skills, but I think I'll be fine. Let me begin. Today I will show you how I make a multifunctional work table. A circular saw table, which in the next moment become a table router. I've been thinking about making a table like this for a long time. If you're like me, short on space and can't afford an expensive circular saw table, you will love this video. I plan to make it all by myself. This is a DIY YouTube channel after all. I start by making the table. I need some welding skill here. I will make the table of iron, profile 20 by 24 legs, 30 by 30 for the tabletop and 15 by 15 for spacers between the legs. I weld the first two legs and smooth them. I make a copy of them and I'm done with the other two legs. As always, I'm careful with the diagonals, which automatically give me a straight construction. If you haven't subscribed, you can do so now, and don't forget to check out my other videos. If this catch your eye, there are sure to be others who will too. I also start a series of unboxing videos of different tools. In them you can familiarize yourself with an instrument before you have purchased it, so subscribe to learn something new that might help you one day. I continue with connecting the two pairs of legs into one large table frame. The size on the table will be 60 cm long by 60 cm wide. I choose this size so it would be easy to move around and fit through standard doors. The height is about 90 cm, which is standard for a work table. Time to cut a countertop. The size, as I said, will be 60 by 60 cm. I will cut the required piece from this chipboard. It's time for geometry and drawing. I need to draw a square on top of the square. It should be in the center of the table. It will measure 40 by 40 centimeters. I fasten the tabletop with self-tapping screws. In the corner of the small square I drill with a 10 mm drill bit. Then using a jigsaw, I very carefully cut out the square. The opening is already made, but there is still work to be done around it. I will need to put two more supports under the counter to hold the cut board in the center. The profile is 30 by 20 mm in size. I measure, mark and cut. I will weld the profile so that the half of the profile protrudes from the edge of the opening. This is the final result. I can put a 40 by 40 cm board in the opening and the profile will hold it. Here is the circular saw from a while ago. I plan to fix it on the board. I will use 4 6mm bolts for this purpose. First, I choose a suitable position. Next I will drill 6mm holes to have a place to clamp the circular saw to the board. I look for some symmetry between the holes, although it's not required. The holes for the board are already marked, so all I have to do is to drill them. Oh no, I forgot to make a slot for the cutting disc. There is an easy way to fix the problem. Yes, this model has the ability to adjust the depth, so it managed to make a notch on its own. And as you can see, the workbench is almost ready. The cord of the machine is too long, so I plan to tie it with a zip ties. I will also tie the button to be permanently pressed. Because unlike angle grinders, for example, there is no switch for permanent on. At one end on the table I will install a socket and switch outlet. I plan to use this old cable I found in the workshop. It is most likely left over from a damaged electric appliance. This will save me some money. The socket and switch outlet cost no more than $3. Again, I'm using self-tapping screws, but I'm making the holes first so I don't crack the plastic housing. I mounted and assembled the panel. I start with the first test. As I said, the circular saw has a depth adjustment. For the first test I will put it in the maximum depth. I plug the cable in the socket and with the help of the switch I start the circular saw. As of today, I have a circular saw table. As you already know, my floor was a slightly sloped due to the rain, and because of this the table wobbles. Later I will solve this problem as well. Very good. And since I said multifunctional table at the beginning, that means it will must have at least one more application. I'm going to use another square on the same size and mount this woodworking router on it. I place the router base in the center and mark. The drilling on the center hole is with a circular drill 54 mm, and with this small router I will carve 10 mm from the board. The board is 15 mm and this will make it only 5 mm. It is necessary because with a 15 mm board the router bit cannot be passed over it and used. Using the base plate itself, I drill holes to hold the tool. I mount the router tool and I'm ready. Again a zip tie for the button to be permanently pressed and for the cable to stay tucked away next to it. I can now say that I have a table router. It's time for tests. It's doing perfectly. I will leave the adjustment of the table for later as the time has progressed. That was today's video, dreamers. If there is something you don't like or have a question, you can leave a comment below the video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. This is how you help the development of the channel, so that there will be even more interesting projects. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed. I was Crash from Dream About Anything, and see you again in the next video.